early on in Occupy Wall Street, many people said, well, why aren't there a lot of women? Why are we only seeing men? And the face that Professor Hansford selected to put up at our opening scene was of a young white guy who has become the face of Occupy Wall Street, right? Which is usually the 20-something, usually a college graduate, looking for a job, middle class, talking about, I did everything you said I should do, and I can't live up to the American dream. So that's usually what we see. We don't see a lot of women. So why is that? First of all, women have less time to join protests, right? So if you have to go to work and go home and deal with all the domestic responsibilities, the caretaking for your family, maybe your parents, your children, and whoever else in between, you just don't have time, right, to join a protest. Especially if you're in a pink collar job where you're just not making enough money, so you're working more hours as well. And then a lot of attention has been paid to sexual violence within these 10 cities. So if I guess the opportunity of rape is even more heightened in these 10 cities, it's unlikely that women would like to go and camp out into some place that they might be physically violated. And I have a clip here, but I'm not going to try to play this just because how the internet is working. But a young woman in Ducati Park is, in this clip that I'm not going to show, tells a story about how the police refuse to intervene in sexual assaults in these 10 cities, and said that, you all are having your own form of governance, you all handle this. And so the women could not turn right to the authorities to get protection, but also they couldn't turn to the authorities within inside the movement themselves because they really downplayed this. A lot of it was, well, look at what you have on. Well, you're sleeping in this bad section, and there are actually ghettos of occupied 10 cities. And if women chose to sleep in those ghettos, that would seen as you wanting to be sexually assaulted or abused. And so lesser assault, groping was just seen as like a hazard that just happens to be there, right? So if you just happen to be a woman and a man grabs your breast or rubs against you or touches your butt, you just happen to be in Occupy Wall Street, what did you expect? So the leaders in Occupy Wall Street weren't policing themselves in a lot of ways. And then when this hit the media like full force, then you saw that the leaders in Occupy wanted to step up, and you see them starting to police themselves. And this is only after there was a serial rapist that was in the tents for a couple of days. And the unknown number of probings that happened. So the other thing I think is pretty interesting, even though we didn't see the face of Occupy as women, women actually were a large percentage of the people who were participating in Occupy Wall Street. Even more so than what we see our paltry 17% that we have in the House of Representatives and the Senate to this day, right? For all of its problems that Professor Hansford and I went over, Occupy Wall Street is doing some things correctly, right? So they do have a large number of women. There are these minority caucuses that have been formed to address some minority issues. So it's minority women's caucuses, LGBT caucuses, women's caucuses that speak to this general body about the issues that these communities face. And because I'm a feminist researcher, and I always need to include live voices of the women who are the research subjects of anything that I do. At the bottom you see the bottom bullet point from a Black woman who participated in Occupy Wall Street. And when she's explaining that why is she doing this, with this environment is still patriarchal, it's still sexist, it's still racist, she argues there's a learning curve. It exists because privilege is learned over time and it cannot be erased overnight. Right? So even with all this stuff, this woman is still willing to work with these group of people. Right? So she understands it takes kind of like what we're doing here at the White Privilege Summit.